Guys, let's get into a crazy video on how to lace your LANVINs. I get a lot of comments on how to lace these bad boys and the way they're kind of laced right now. As you guys can see, it's like a bow and it's kind of hanging a little bit lower and the tongue is exposed right there. These ones are actually the triple or quadruple laces, so these are a little bit different. I'm going to show you a video on how to lace these. I even got the all black ones too, which are one of my favorite pairs. And without further ado, let's get into it and lace all these bad boys and show you guys. First, we're going to talk a little bit before we get into the video. Just to kind of show you guys how to actually lace them. Now, these are one of the most popular ones right here. These are like the cement almost cement fours, white cement fours of the LANVIN world. Beautiful pair, and I like the other alternate lacing as well too, with kind of like these 3 rope laces. We're going to be using these as a demonstration today, guys, so you guys can kind of see how to lace them. Now, we're going to go over some things right now. Signature zigzag laces, that's why I kind of chose these ones to use for you guys. As you guys can see up here is the exposed tongue. You got that metal plate, you got the pull tab right here, you got these nice kind of 2 little rubber kind of exposed black areas as well too, and that very, very thick plush tongue as well too. And it's really cool trans kind of parent sole, black toe box, a lot of things as well too. Now first thing is on the side. This is how it looks exposed. Now, LANVINs are laced. So when you guys get LANVINs, they're always laced like this. LANVIN from these to these. This is how they're gonna look before. This is how they're gonna look after, with the kind of bow hanging down, the exposed tongue as well too, to the from these right here. So this is kind of how they come in the box. This is how they come laced up. You can't even really see those kind of steel hoops underneath. You could see the curves as well too, and you could see them a little bit up close, but you can't really see them. Personally, these are cool too. I like seeing these laced like these as well too. I see a lot of people wear them like this as well. It kind of does look almost like a Velcro kind of tongue. That's the only thing I don't like about this kind of lacing method. It looks like there's a lot going on here and you can't really see the tongue, and the tongue is one of my favorite parts. It's very detailed and very intricate, and you shouldn't be hiding these little steel holes in my opinion. So this is how it's gonna look afterwards, and let's get into a little bit of a breakdown. So you guys can see it's just one simple loop. We're just gonna go down 1 hoop and leave this 1 hoop open. There's actually another set of laces underneath that is almost like a waxed lace, very similar to the Travis Scott ones underneath, and then the tongue is gonna be exposed like that. So let's get into the lacing. All right, guys, so this is your shoe basically right here. When it's laced like this, obviously people tie it at the top right here and it doesn't look the best. So what you're gonna do is untie it. You're gonna untie that. That's gonna leave you with these 2 strands of the kind of the laces and the signature zigzag laces, very thick as well too. As you guys can see, these are thick laces, very, very nice though too to the feel. One of my favorite sets. What you're gonna do right away is kind of undo the hoop right here. So just like you do with any other shoe when you're lacing them loose, just take them out. Take out 1 set of laces on the top. Now it's gonna expose this steel hoop right here, and you're gonna see the tongue. Now you're gonna do it on the same side as well here. You're gonna take out another lace right there. Now you're gonna have the exposed tongue. So now the tongue is exposed. The laces get pretty long, as you guys can see, and the tongue is exposed. Now what you're gonna do is there's another set of laces underneath right now. So on the inside, you guys can see these laces that are exposed as well too. Let me show them for you guys. There's another set of laces exposed underneath as well too that you're obviously gonna tie across the body. Now let's get into the tutorial on how to tie them. Alright guys, so you're gonna have these 2 sets of laces exposed now, and the shoe is gonna look, the shoe's gonna look like this, pretty much like I was showing you. Put it back on the actual thing. Now from the side right here, as you guys can see, just take this regular set of laces. You're gonna tie it how you always tie it. Just tie it in a regular loop like that, and you're good. Now what I usually do is I kind of hold these out. I want to hold them straight so they're crossed like this. I don't want them to get all tangled and stuff like that when I'm going in. Alright guys, so I'm going to cross them together like this. Just simple. Go underneath. So when you're holding it, just go underneath like this. And then now this is going to make the tie. Don't really get too kind of zoned out by little braid right here. You can flatten them up on the end. So here's where you're going to flatten them up. Just flatten them up over here on this end. Now I'm going to make this one flat right here. Keep it in a loop like this to make it nice and flat. I'm gonna keep this one in a loop as well like this, nice and flat, as you guys can see on both sides. Tie them together, so crisscross them like this and go under as well and bring it out. Now this isn't the end result. It's not gonna look like this. This is not the end result. What you're gonna do from here is now is kind of flatten it up. I've noticed when you flip it like that, it always looks a lot better. these kind of stay parallel to each other. You guys can see it's a straight line, so you're gonna flip the other side like I was showing you before. Now these are gonna stay parallel, so once you make that tie, turn it over the other way. Now these are gonna stay straight, these are gonna hang down very nicely like this, and bada boom, bada bing, you have this lacing that you guys want. Everything looks beautiful, tongue is exposed a bit, it doesn't hang over too much. If it does hang over to the ground, sometimes these yarn little pieces kind of come off a bit, just cut them off. Or just for example, if it's hanging off a little bit too much, kind of pull the actual loop, pull it in a little bit more from the inside like this, so then now this part is a little bit longer, this part is a little bit longer, but the actual parts are not touching the floor, as you guys can see. Alright guys, so there you have it. You have the beautiful LANVIN lace the way that you guys want it. In that way, let me know guys if you liked the tutorial. Comment down below, like, comment, subscribe, hit me up on Instagram at PTYY16, and stay tuned for the next video. Love y'all.